Hey guys, there was a point in the previous vlog about how how like a whole bunch of sugar within your bloodstream will have to transfer into the cells via insulin. And a point within me that I did not consider is how many carbs I eat at a time and how much insulin I need. So there's in a 7-year process that we're walking in Destiny, I just wrote about randomly injecting insulin where um, I often do this where I eat a large amount of carbohydrates and inject a random amount of insulin that I've based off of assumptions and estimations without effective information. Uh, and the insulin amount is usually quite large. So all of that sugar within the blood transfers into the cells um, in a very short time. And so the cells inevitably have to use that sugar or store it somehow. So the point that was brought up within me is that within the polarities within the mind that I go through between excitement and depression, I find myself going into those things quite heavily. So when like a point of excitement comes up within me, I really go into that excitement and I really just well, I become basically psychotic within that point of excitement. And I act out and I laugh a lot and I make a lot more silly gestures than I would normally do without that experience within me. And it feels like this massive amount of just, it's like a big fucking rush, basically. And what I've associated that to is the amount of sugar that is transferring into the cells. But what we usually fail to investigate is the relationship between the mind and the physical, and how the mind will use the physical to feed itself. And so, as I consume a lot of sugar and inject the large amount of insulin so the sugar can be transferred into the cells, the mind will use that energy and create that experience. It's similar with depression, where if I go into depression, it's like it's a really heavy weight, and it's a really it lasts longer. So it's fascinating because within the high that I go through when I'm excited, it's this immediate burst of euphoria that lasts probably an hour or so, an hour to like 3 hours. But when I go into depression, it can last up to a few days. And it's the same thing, it's just like a different type of burning energy. So that's the point that came up within the previous blog where I eat a lot of food or a lot of carbohydrates, and that sugar that the carbohydrates um, transform into within the body get transferred into the cells, and the cells have to use it, and it's just a big amount of energy. But if I don't physically use it and burn it off, then it, it easily goes into the mind. And that's where that experience comes from. I mean, well, that's what I related it to, because I mean, within that point of a large amount of energy being transferred into the cells within a short amount of time, I related it to the experience of me being incredibly excited and burning off all that energy within a short amount of time within the mind. So I mean, that's a point that I looked into, and I'll post the 7-year process blog in the description so you can check out the statements on it. Um, thank you.